Hey, Catherine here. I just wanted to do a quick update to let you guys know how I dropped 10 pounds from my pack weight. On my previous gear video, I actually had accumulated my gear based upon probably what a through hiker would bring on their trip. I watched a lot of YouTube videos and amassed my gear list based on what people who have been doing this longer than I have put together, and it was basically kind of a similar general list. So I based everything on that, and I was really well prepared. I had a lot, I had my rain gear, extra clothing, all kinds of stuff. But I'm only going out right now at this point in time, maybe 1, 2, 3 nights at a time. My pack weight for my first backpacking excursion into the Golden Trout Wilderness was 36.5 pounds. That included my camera gear. I'm a professional photographer, so I brought my full DSLR camera, which weighed 5 pounds. Plus I brought rain gear, I brought, tons of food, I brought extra changes of clothing, just all kinds of stuff, which unfortunately just made it very uncomfortable for my poor back. So I knew I really wanted to get my weight down. So I was able to drop 10 pounds, and I just want to tell you real quickly how I did it. The two real big things was I ditched the DSLR camera, and you might have seen this in one of my previous videos. I found this little Sony RX100 Mark III. It's an awesome camera. It takes beautiful stills. It's really all I need on the trail. I was able to save 4 pounds between the camera and my my little camera case. So right there, 4 pounds, boom, done. Second big item was my tent. I actually had an awesome tent. I had a REI-2, which I loved. I really loved that tent. It was just a little over 2 pounds, but I found a killer deal on a big Agnes Fly Creek Ul2, and this is last season's model. And I found an awesome deal, and it's just a little over a pound, so why not? Why not save the weight? I was able to pay a few more bucks, take my Dash 2 back to REI because they have an awesome return policy. It was within a year. So right there, those two items alone, 5 pounds. The other thing is I didn't bring extra clothing. I think I had extra socks, extra underwear, all kinds of stuff. Really all I have in my pack are my camp socks, a little beanie to sleep in, or for the evenings when it gets chilly. It's chilly in the evenings and the mornings in the mountains. Patagonia Capeline thermal, pants and top. It's what I wear to sleep in and around camp, and just a lightweight down jacket. And for camp shoes, I have my Crocs, which are awesome. You might have seen that in my previous video. On my first hike, I brought rain gear. We experienced a heat wave. There was no call for any rain, although we've always been warned that in the mountains they have their own weather systems at times, and you should expect be prepared for anything. So on this last trip, if you saw my previous video, or my last video, where we hiked the Sierras, backpacked the Sierras up to Steelhead Lake, I just brought this emergency poncho. And I didn't bring a box, obviously, but I brought this emergency poncho just in case there was no call for rain on that trip either, and we didn't experience any rain. I brought a bug net, which I needed. There were mosquitoes there. We were right by a lake, so came in handy, and I used it. I brought a headlamp, just a black diamond headlamp. I brought a whistle, a knife, a repair kit for my Thermarest mattress, and I did bring this, and a little pillow, and just my tripod for my camera. It's needed when you're a photographer. So brought that. 1 pack towel. Previously I brought 2 pack towels. I brought a platypus bladder and my Sawyer Mini filtration system. Works like a charm. Takes a little time, but it works. It's lightweight. Love it. No issues with it. Brought my GSI Soloist cooking system. 1 tank of fuel. And the other thing I did to save weight was I cut my Thermarest Z-Lite in half. I bring this also, even though I bring an air mattress, just because I like to have something to sit on at camp. And I also put it under my hip area and under my air mattress when I'm sleeping because it does, my hips tend to be the sorest. I'm a side sleeper, so it helps with that. And then unfortunately in the Sierras you are required to carry a bare vault, so I do have to carry this. This is 2 pounds by itself, but I really cut back, like I said, on the amount of food that I brought. I brought way too much food on my first hike, and to be honest with you, I'm really not that hungry out on trail, and even though I cut my food way back, I still came back with food. So that's one tip I would give you as far as, you know, food goes, is you're probably not going to eat as much as you think you are. So go light on your food. I had this brain attached on my first hike. This time ditched it. Another way to save a little bit of weight. And let's see, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, everything you see here is all I brought, plus my sleeping bag, and I didn't want for anything. I think I brought even a bathing suit on my first trek, so we were just dipped in the lake and whatever we had under our clothes. So especially for myself, that is probably at this point in time only going on 1, 2, 3 day treks, my comfort level is what's most important, and I really didn't want for anything. I had everything I needed, and I got my pack weight down to 25 pounds. It was much more comfortable, and that's a weight I can deal with. So I'm going to try to keep at that for my next hike, which will be 2 nights, and just keep as close to it, although I'll need to bring a little more food. So real quick, I just wanted to throw out a few little tips there, and one is what I mentioned as far as looking for last season's models to get deals if you're purchasing new gear. One thing I don't have here is the shoes that I wore, and I wanted to kind of quickly mention the shoes that you're hiking in. Make sure that they fit you properly, or you know, actually are 1 size bigger. I would recommend going half a size to 1 size bigger. Unfortunately, I did not do that, and I've been hiking in shoes that fit me just right. And although they seemed okay and they felt fairly comfortable, they did do some damage to my toenails, even though I clipped them back, and I lost my 2 big toenails. So I went into REI, tried on about 20 pair of shoes, and have a pair that's 1 size bigger now, and hopefully that'll alleviate that problem. So it's really important, don't go cheap and order something online. Go in and try some shoes on. And if you find something that fits and then find it online for a deal, more power to you. So and then also the food, just cut back on food. You know, you're gonna think you're a lot more hungry out there than you will actually be. So thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate all of those of you who have subscribed and who comment on my videos, and that interaction that I have with you all, and give me the thumbs up, and look for next week's adventure in the near future. We'll see you soon. Till next time.